Hi, Scorpio. It's your girl Alex, and I'm back again to bring you more messages from the universe. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's see what the universe has for you, Scorpio. All right. Ooh, Ace of Swords, clarity. Send. A lot of people have been commenting on my tarot tower. My tarot tower. Yeah, I got a bunch of cards. I don't even use most of them. Knight of Swords, conversations. Nine of Wands, um, barriers, blockage, wounds. Come on out here, King of Pentacles. What's stopping you from getting the bag, Scorpio? What's stopping you from getting the prize? Well, there we go. His punk ass. Sup with you, Beelzebub? Okay, well, you know what? The Knight of Wands is just fucking do it. Ten of Swords. So something's holding you back, weighing you down, blocking you. Angels are saying for some of you, it's all in your head. Ten of Swords is just being worn out. Nine of Swords with the Ace of Swords. 1 and 9 is 10. 4 Cups. You know what you need. You need a Reiki infusion. You need some energy injected inside of you to bring your mojo back. I'm hearing intuitively, for some of you, it's two group of Scorpios that I'm picking up. Number one, you could have a high level of anxiety and not necessarily anything to do it with, or you're this raggedy ass 4 of Cups where you need an injection of something to get you going. So that's Scorpio, extreme opposites. Either you got too much energy or you don't have any at all. Okay? Queen of Cups, what's going on with your heart? You got the Knight of Swords over the Queen of Cups. Star card. Some of y'all are needing another round of healing, right? You got the Nine of Wands over the Star card, which kind of says you're guarded because your wounds are guarding you. The Lovers with the King of Pentacles. All right. I see you there, Claude. Knight of Swords. Ooh, conversations. Okay, so you got the Knight of Swords with the Devil. Somebody's fear is crippling them. Knight of Pentacles. So what it feels like is somebody has battle wounds, right? They're scarred. And whatever these scars are, they're preventing positive forward movement, okay? For some of you, it's presenting movement at all, whether it's positive or neutral, right? Because neutral is a real energy. That's the state of homeostasis, the state of equilibrium is neutral. I know my angel said it's very rare, right, that you can catch that neutrality. They're also saying something too about that's what divine timing and divine order is all about. It sits and lives in that area of gray. And Scorpio, you tend to be black, dark black, or super light white, right? You're an extremist. You go all the way left, out of frame, or you go all the way right. I can't get all the way out of frame, okay? Angels are saying this reading could resonate with those of you who are struggling right now with the gray. You're in a gray area and you're like, where do I go? What do I do? Okay. That's a gray area, 4 cups. So you got the Ace of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. I'm hearing that some of you, it's almost like you want to initiate something, maybe some sort of conversation, maybe a new way of thinking, maybe a new way of being. But then it's almost like on the equal opposite side of you, you're like, why? What's it all for? It's not going to make a difference. 4 cups. My angels just use the word complacent. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. For some of you, you could be feeling very complacent. Man, Ten of Cups. You need a shot of happiness and joy. Angels are like, well, where they gonna get that from? Walmart don't sell that. I wish the fuck they did. Your commitments. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like this. Somebody wants to have a conversation with you about some sort of emotional commitment. I was curious as to whether or not the Eight of Swords was going to come out. Because I have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. I was curious whether the Eight of Swords was going to come out. So I have the 10, 9, and 8 of Swords is what I'm saying. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune! With Alex Sajak. No. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're confused. Okay. Do I have the angel here? The star card is here, and then I have the devil here. So it's almost like you got the devil on one shoulder, you have an angel on the other shoulder, and y'all like, shut the fuck up. All right, I don't want to hear from either one of you bitches. You got the world card in the end. To me, and please hear me, to me, I feel like your current position is this. You feel like you want to make a move, but you don't have the energy to make a move. And you're questioning whether or not the move will be successful. So you're like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with this today. I'm gonna go watch more old episodes of Maury. Right? Your first placement, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Cups. This combination alone, right? This combination alone, the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups, whatever this stress is, or this these heavy mental thoughts, these negative filtering, right? However you're looking at a particular situation, it's totally fucking killing your mood and killing your vibe. So I kind of feel like for you, the resolution for that is I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to make a decision. Hell, I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to do like Alex and Angel said. I'm going to let that shit come to me. Okay. My angels just said for many of you, you're feeling deflated, right? And deflated in a lot of cases, right? There are two scenarios. Number one, you could have been punched in the gut by the universe, as in you've experienced some sort of unexpected situation that kind of knocked the wind out of you. That's one sort of, one definition of being punched in the gut. The second one is bated breath, right? Like you're just sitting there and you're like, you know what I mean? And you're waiting for some sort of external stimuli to come along and, you know what I mean, help you revitalize to an extent. I hope that's making sense. But to an extent, the culprit, and 100% of the time is going to be the culprit. Your mind. Your mind. Because your mind controls your reality. Your mind controls your emotions. Your mind. Do you know? And it was just a recent discovery, I think back in the 80s or 90s, that the same place in the body that experiences pleasure is also the same place that feels pain. Yeah, it's fucking called your heart. I could have told you. I'll need a PhD for that. I could have told y'all that. Okay. And I just kind of feel like right now, many of your hearts are inactive. You know what I mean? And you're looking for someone or something to come along and kind of clear and jumpstart it so you can kind of re-engage, right? Whether it's with a person, place, thing, job, family, what have you. I do feel like someone wants to have a conversation with you about coupling up, whether it's job, familial, personal, whatever have you. But I just kind of feel like Scorpio, if I'm being completely 100,000,000% honest, which I usually am in most cases, unless you're a cop and I just ran a red light, Light, red, what red light, right? Um, if I could be completely honest with you, I do kind of feel like for a lot of you, um, I feel like you feel a little lost right now, especially emotionally. And again, you're looking for some sort of external thing, stimuli or something to come along and inspire you, ignite you. And I just kind of feel like in order for that to happen, you're going to have to send your head and your mind on break. You're going to have to put your mind on break. Because I feel like with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords with the Star card, any sort of revelations or resolutions or different point of views or, inspirational anything is going to have to get through the Fort Knox of your mind. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I'm not feeling like you're closed minded. I just feel like right now you're heavily pessimistic. You know what I mean? And I feel like in order for any sort of sunshine or joy or happiness to come through, it has to get through the Fort Knox of your mind. It has to know the secret password, right? Angels just also said to me too, which is what my Eight of Swords is sometimes. Your faith right now could be at an all-time low, right? And again, angels used the word earlier, deflated, as in all the air has been knocked out of you because of some, one reason or another. But here comes the universe. We got the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. And that just kind of says that, listen, right now, even though you feel lost, the opposite of lost is to be found, right? So if you're lost, you'll be found. If you're deflated, you'll be inflated. If you're uninspired, you will be inspired, right? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. I posted something on my community page today that said, it was from Method Man. It said, um, let me pull it up. It was almost like I started with nothing. Oh, how can I lose when I started with nothing? Right? So it's almost like any effort that you make, you started with nothing. So any effort is going to bring forth something, which is a win. Right? And my angels just said to me very clearly and very distinctly, your mind right now is focusing on the nothing. I have nothing. There's nowhere to go. There's no one to talk to. There's nothing to be. Right? So if that's where you're currently sitting, the only place you can go is up from here. And the only other thing that you need to do is bring your mind with you, right? Bring your mind with you. Okay. Mm-hmm. This Mercury retrograde is a motherfucker and it hasn't even started. We're in a shadow period, right? I'm recording this on February 12th, right? It'll probably be released on the 12th or the 13th. But we haven't even gotten into the Mercury retrograde, and so far the Mercury retrograde is retrograding its ass off. Okay. And I just kind of feel like what angels are meaning by retrograding its ass off is it's holding you into place. You're feeling stuck, right? Because when you think about, first off, the planet does not spin backwards. It's just when Earth and Mercury come together, it creates the illusion that Mercury is going backwards. Okay. So that's first. The second thing is, when you're moving in a particular momentum, especially if you're doing that for a long time, and then you decide to change direction and you start going the other way, that momentum is still going this way until you get up to speed that way, and then momentum will follow you. I hope that makes sense without making you dizzy. Okay. So I kind of feel like for some of you, you could have changed course, but it's almost like you're still experiencing the same old. And now you're just looking for something to catch on and for the universe to an extent to catch up to you. I hope that makes sense. And I say that because of this placement here. The devil, the knight of swords, and then the seven of cups, right? The devil has everything to do with your weaknesses, your fear, the boogeyman, the boogie woman, the boogie doggy, right? Um, right now, you're living again in that gray area, and it's fucking with you. I know it is. Scorpio don't do gray. Scorpio's, again, either black, dark, black, or super heavenly white. Okay? Scorpio don't do gray. And right now, many of you are in the gray areas, and you're like, what the hell? What do I do? Okay? Now, the answer from the universe, from my angels, was just listen, wait a minute, right? Wait for the universe to an extent to catch up. Wait for the momentum to catch up. But wait, in a lot of cases, is a four-letter word, especially if you're somebody like myself who has challenges with patience. I know. So in the end, the Ten of Swords right now, it just, again, it feels very heavy. But I want to show you this because I always tell y'all I have to pick up the whole deck or I will continue to just pull cards off the top. Under the Ten of Swords was the Three of Cups. So it kind of feels like whatever this is a whole big fat, this too shall pass. Under the Three of Cups is the Two of Cups, right? So whatever lull that you are in, it's because you are ending some sort of cycle. You're ending some sort of thought pattern. You're ending some sort of communication pattern. And you're starting anew. The universe and the momentum and the energy has just not caught up. Caught up. I say caught up. Caught is not a word, but it could be. All right. So with the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups, talk it through, talk it out. Again, the last message that I released, it says, seek clarity. This Mercury retrograde, if for some reason, is a doozy, and I know there are also eclipses in the air. It's funny to me when humans make a big stink over eclipses because we're like, they've been happening for centuries, right? They've been happening forever before there were humans. But now all of a sudden we're like, oh, the eclipse. Anyway, but you know, they definitely do have an effect on us, especially as material beings and us also as energy beings, right? So again, two planets coming together, you have to think about the solar wind. It's almost like if you were driving in a vehicle and you were going this way and another vehicle is coming this way, that wind blast is going to affect your ride. So I just kind of feel like right now what's going on in your life right now has everything to do with that ride, that G-force, that momentum. And for a lot of you, it's feeling very suffocating. It's feeling very stucky. And you're like, listen, I want to get the fuck up off of this ride. Okay. Stop the ride. I want to get the fuck off. Okay. Things are moving too slow, right? But angels are saying slow and steady wins the race, right? You can't always be the hare or the rabbit in the race, just zooming through this universe. Because angels are saying you'll miss everything. Okay. And then we have the world card. And under the world card is the death card. Something is ending. And I said to you in the last reading, as humans, endings and beginnings are two separate transactions. Universally, energetically, they're one. Okay. The caterpillar just turns into the butterfly. The caterpillar lives his days and then he morphs into the butterfly. He doesn't have a physical death. He just morphs into a butterfly. That's what happens to your energy, your spirit, your soul. Okay. But from a physical, material standpoint, the caterpillar, we gotta die, we gotta bury Claude, we gotta cry, we gotta shed a tear, then we gotta wait a couple of days, weeks, months, and then Claudette appears. Right? So long story short, there's another message here. Long story short, it just kind of feels like your happiness is coming. It definitely is. Your resolution is coming. It definitely is. It's just not coming as fast as you want it to. And good luck with trying to expedite divine timing and divine order. Let me know how that works out. I've been trying this shit for years. Okay. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're bored and you're sleepy and you're just like pulling your hair out. And you're like, okay, when the fuck, what the fuck? Like, come on. And the universe is like, la di da di da di da. You know what I mean? Okay, so I was saying there's another message here as well. This to me kind of feels like love, right? Because I do have the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. Then also I had the Two of Cups here under the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. So I kind of feel like for many of you, I had the Death card. Something could have just recently come to an end. Angels are telling me that you think you're healed, you think you're ready to go, you think you're ready to kind of get back out there and get back on the horse, the dating horse, and the universe is like, no, you're not. Spend some more time with yourself. Chill, right? Um, Now I'm just gonna read what's coming from my head. I do kind of feel like you could be dealing with somebody right now who is a little stressed out. Maybe you are in a no contact situation. This person is sitting, aside, kind of waiting for you, waiting up for a call, or maybe you're waiting on a call from someone. I do feel like they're feeling like this call, this energy will take this feeling of boredom and apathy away. Not only that, but I do kind of feel like once the call does come through, and I do see the call coming through, it kind of feels like in that same particular conversation, you will talk about how to not go to no contact anymore. So you will talk about how do we remain in contact. Okay. I do kind of feel like somebody who is left alone, right? They suffer because they get in their head. They get in their head. They get highly defensive. They get uptight, basically, and that kind of makes sense. Anytime Scorpio pulls their energy off the table, the whole fucking world goes batty. Okay, and I feel like whomever you're dealing with is no different. I do kind of feel like somebody is wanting to be your perfect person and to choose you and wanting to be chosen by you. They're afraid to talk to you about this because I do feel like they're quite emotional right now, but I also feel like it's a by any means necessary type of situation. So I have the Knight of Swords here, so it kind of feels like somebody's coming to rush in to have this conversation with you so they can wipe the woes of boredom and unresolved away. Okay. And I do kind of feel like, um, hmm, what is today? Today is the 12th. Let's say the 13th, depending on where you are. Hmm. It almost to me feels like somebody recognizes these 10 swords, right? These 10 swords, and it's almost like I don't like how that feels. And Scorpio, you're the only one who can take that away. And I hate being like this. I hate being down and out. I hate being overwhelmed and you're not here. I hate when we're not talking. I hate when we argue. I hate that. So it's almost like this person is saying, I hate when you're not around, or I hate when you're not a part of me. I hate when we're at some sort of distance, and they're wanting to kind of wrap up and close out that no contact distance type of situation, and then talk about how you guys can remain within close proximity of each other. I hope that makes sense. Okay, there were several messages here. Yeah. Personal readings are open, both live readings where you hear me, hey, hey, and then you can also get a recorded reading as well. The links are in the description. If you're wanting to send me a gift, the address is in the description. If you're wanting to schedule a Reiki infusion, the link is in the description. And I booked my tickets today to Puerto Rico, so it's official, bitches. I'll be there. Be there or be square or round or trapezoid. Anyway, look at that. Don't let your pride hold you back. So again, this feeling of stagnancy, right? Like feeling stuck, feeling immobile, or feeling right? Like, is it your pride that's keeping you stuck? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm asking for an angel. No words. My angels just said, especially Scorpio needs to do a lot of healing, right? Because Scorpio, as a scorpion, you have that venom inside of you. Even if you use the phoenix, right? You're in that flame. So Scorpio, to an extent, could be the sign of suffering. You know what I mean? So to an extent, it's almost like even if the world never does anything to you, it's almost like you're born into this life with this internal suffering that you're always trying to transform and overcome. Okay? That's a bit of a huge message there. As in just being who you are, right, means that you're forever in this constant state of transforming, learning, growing, birthing, dying, living. I know it's a bitch. Trust me, I'm a Scorpio sun in Venus. Bring love into the situation. Scorpios do tend to be masochistic, right? Which means that they prefer torture, or they prefer the hard road, they prefer the darkness. Something's wrong with us. Again, I'm sitting right there with you, Scorpio, but something's the fuck wrong with us, okay? We don't want the easy. We don't want the sunlight. I'm walking on sunshine. Sit down, bitch. We don't want we don't want the easy way, right? We want the peel my skin off and shed my skin and live in the darkness and the burn of the light. We suffer by nature, which is fucking foolish. But at the end of the day, my angels just said, it's through that suffering that life is reborn. Don't ask. Don't ask, because I don't agree. I don't know who I need to talk to up there. I need to speak to y'all supervisor, your manager, your district manager, somebody, because I want to know who created Scorpio. You know what? We'll find out from the aliens within the next 2 years. They're about to reveal the aliens are amongst us. There's this, I know Steven Spielberg, if many of you watched the Super Bowl, you saw Steven Spielberg's new movie called Disclosure. But there's also a documentary called The Age of Disclosure on Prime Video. And it talks, it's a bunch of highly ranked government officials, military officials, talking about their accounts and what they saw and sharing stories of extraterrestrial life. So I digress, but again, Scorpio, this is who you are. This is where you live. Like, you live outside of the human normalcy. You know what I mean? So, check it out. The Age of Disclosure. A time to give rather than take. That's Virgo. I kind of feel like, again, along with that healing, it's almost like healing, self-care, healing, self-care, healing, self-care. Right? Because healing is brutal. In order to heal, you have to hurt, right? It sucks. But again, if you went to a surgeon, he ain't dancing around you talking about, I love you. No, that motherfucker's cutting you like, let me at it. And he's pulling out, whatever is causing you pain. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I kind of feel like we got a little philosophical there in the end, a little scientific there in the end, which is just how I like it. Anyway, if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you, Scorpio. Bye.